Along with being able to find the mean of a discrete random variable, people often also want to find the expected value of a discrete random variable. The expected value of a discrete random variable is given by this formula here. E of x equals mu, which equals the sum of the product of the x's with p of x's. Notice the expected value E of x, that's the notation for it, is actually the exact same thing as the mean computation that we just did. They both represent, that is the expected value and the mean, they both represent what is expected to happen in the long run on average. So what happens in the long run on average? Per time. So in the previous example, the mean of the random variable was 3.5. That's what's expected to happen if you're to do the experiment thousands and thousands and thousands of times. That would be the mean, or close to it, 3.5. The random variable does not need to take on the value of the mean. Just like when you have sets of data, the mean may not be one of the data values. Here's a typical expected value example that I want to look at. It's an insurance example. So here's the scenario. Jeanette is pricing car insurance from Tyco that only pays out at 3 levels: total, major accident, and fender bender. Her car is valued at $33,000. After reviewing her application, Tyco assigned Jeanette to a group with the probabilities listed below. These values are used to figure the amount the company must charge to cover their payouts. Essentially, we are going to play the role of an actuary who works for an insurance company, assessing the level of risk that Jeanette poses for them. After doing research on Jeanette, they decided the likelihood of her getting in an accident that totals her car is 0.015. The likelihood of her getting in a major accident is 0.025. The likelihood of her not getting in an accident at all is 0.84. So before we can even begin to talk about how much money they expect to pay out and how much money should they charge to be able to make money, so on and so forth, we have to first fill this probability out here. What do they believe is the likelihood that she'll get in a fender bender? Well, remember, we are dealing with a discrete probability distribution function. So we know already that these 4 probabilities must add up to exactly 1. These two add up to 0.04, add on the 0.84, and you got 0.88. So what's left is 0.12. So they believe there's a 12% chance that Jeanette will get in a fender bender that year. And over here, because her car was worth $33,000, the actuaries have also assessed that if her car is totaled, it would cost them $33,000. If her car had a major accident, it would cost them $18,000. If she got in a fender bender, it would cost them $4,000. And if she gets in no accident, it costs them nothing. So what we want to do is first compute the expected value, and then we'll talk about what this number means. So to get the expected value, again, we got to take the products of the x and the p of x's, and then take the sum. So we've got 33,000 times 0.015 is 495. 18,000 times 0.025 is 450. 4,000 times 0.12 is 480. And then 0 times 0.84 is 0. Now, if we add these all up, we get a total of 1,425. So the expected value, E of x, is equal to $1,425. So what does this mean? We've done the computation, but what does this mean for the insurance company? What this means is that for Jeanette and people like Jeanette in this group, they expect to spend on average per time, which means per person in this case, in the long run, to spend $1,425 on a person like that due to them potentially getting in accidents. So the insurance company expects to lose $1,425 per year on a person like Jeanette. So they now take that into account to figure out how much they should charge Jeanette to be insured. We've established that Tyco expects to have to pay $1,425 per year for a person like Jeanette on average. So how much should they charge her per year if they want to make $500 on average per insured person? So they want to make $500 per person. they expect to lose $1,425 due to people like her getting into accidents. So how much should they charge Jeanette? And the amount of money that they charge Jeanette is Jeanette's premium. It's how much she has to pay each year to have that car insurance. Well, if they're going to lose $1,425 on average, and they want to make $500, then they need to charge her for that $1,425 that they're anticipating they're going to have to pay out. And they also need to charge her $500 for them to make a profit, giving them a total of $1,925. This is Jeanette's premium. So to have the car insurance, Jeanette pays $1,925 per year. And in general, this premium is the expected value plus the average profit of what they want to make per person.